Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mike Goldberg, and I'll be your host tonight for this edition of The Ultimate Fighter Composer Edition. This is my partner, Joe Rogan, who will be calling this fight alongside me tonight. What is in store for us tonight?
Tonight we have Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart squaring off against Ludwig van Beethoven in a battle of romantic versus classical composers. Should be an interesting matchup between the classical style of Mozart and the romantic style of Beethoven.
I spoke to each fighter earlier today, and each of them seems ready and eager to face one another. I can't wait to see how this turns out. And here comes Mozart. Look at the determination on his face. Tell us a little bit about this fighter.
Well, Mike, Mozart was born in Salzburg, Austria on January 27, 1756. He is the most influential classical composer, and his music is world-renowned. His father made him start playing music at a young age. By the time he was 5, he had composed his own music and performed it for British royalty. It appears to me that he is the favorite coming in.
I wouldn't be too sure about that, Joe Rogan. Here comes Beethoven now.
Yeah.
Joe, what can you tell us about this fighter?
Well, Mike, Beethoven was born in Bonn, Germany on December 17, 1770, and he moved to Vienna to study music. He is considered the most influential composer of his time, and he is most known for being the start of the Romantic era of music. He began to study and play music at a very young age because his father wanted him to be famous and a child prodigy like Mozart. Mozart and Beethoven actually trained together in Vienna, so this should be a very close and entertaining fight.
Our tail of the tape for tonight's middleweight championship fight between Ludwig the Deaf Kid von Beethoven and Wolfgang Hazelstone Amadeus Mozart is brought to you by Harley-Davidson Motorcycles. Now let's head down to Herb Dean in the octagon.
Let's get it on! Who's gonna come out on the attack first?
Mozart seems to be sitting back, being conservative, which is indicative of the time period that he worked in.
Oh look! Beethoven starts things off with Ode to Joy. It's caught Mozart completely off guard. He keeps coming, now push him in the face, attacking Mozart with his famous Moonlight Sonata. Mozart just doesn't seem to have an answer for the attack of Beethoven.
Whoa, look at that. Mozart counters with Ronda alla Turca, and it has now taken Beethoven completely by surprise. Mozart is all over Beethoven now, unleashing blow after blow.
Oh, Mozart just rocked Beethoven with the magic flute. Beethoven is gonna need a miracle to make it out of this. It is just ground and pound. That was a great round. Let's go into Beethoven's corner and take a closer look to what his trainer has to say.
That was a good round. He came out hitting him hard. Now go with this next round with a bang. Give it everything you got. You can win this round.
Round 2.
Let's get it on! Let's get back to the action. Both fighters seem to leave it all in the octagon. This time, it's Mozart that attacks first, hitting Beethoven with his Symphony No. 25 in G minor, and he is hurt, Joe.
I agree, Mike. Beethoven just doesn't seem to have an answer for Mozart's classical style of fighting.
It looks like this one's over, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wait, look at this. Beethoven has caught Mozart with his 5th Symphony. He is all over Mozart, unleashing attack after attack in a flurry of music notes and wand waves. This thing seems to be heading in Beethoven's favor as he unloads Mozart with his 9th Symphony.
Mozart seems to be down and out. Oh, what's this? Mozart caught Beethoven with his Requiem, and the Deaf Kid seems to be out cold. Mozart seems to be charging for another attack, but the rest stops it. This fight is over, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go inside the octagon with Joe Rogan and our winner.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Mozart. How do you feel your performance tonight in the octagon?
Oh, I was very, very happy with my performance, and obviously pleased with the outcome. Nothing against my opponent, Beethoven, though, so it was all good.
Alright, so anyone want to give a shout out before we end this interview?
Oh yeah, I'd like to say just how my dad influenced me, Leopold Mozart. Without him, I wouldn't have gotten started in the music so fast, writing and composing, and just without him, I wouldn't have been where I was today. And also, obviously, my trainer for just getting me ready every day for the fights.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, our winner, Mozart. Okay, now on to the loser of tonight's fight, Beethoven. How do you feel about your performance in the octagon?
Well, I'm kind of disappointed, but I'm pleased with how hard I tried. It's okay.
Okay, Beethoven, is there anything else you'd like to say?
I would like to thank my teacher, Johann Abendberger. He warned me to do things right and never give up. I'd also like to thank Mozart for working with me in my earlier years. Without him, I wouldn't have had this opportunity.
Thanks for tuning in, and thank you, Beethoven, for giving me this time for this interview. Tune in next week on Sunday when we watch Mike Tyson versus a goat.